Honestly, when you feel emotions, when you let yourself feel emotions, that's when they disperse. But when you resist feeling emotions, that's when they get stronger and stronger and stronger and start to put all these thoughts in your head because you're trying so hard to avoid the emotion, trying so hard to not let it take over. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dominique Davis, also known as Brown and Bender, and it's been the longest time since I have made a video. I have weird baby twist dreads now, and they're here to stay. So you're gonna see me all the way through this awkward phase and hopefully into the beautiful phase. We'll see. I missed you guys so much. I might seem very different. I don't know. I am almost done with teacher training. It is not over yet, but I figured that I can bring you guys one video a week, and then starting in January, we will be bumping it up to 3 videos a week. But, you know, let's stay in the present. Let's stay in this present moment. So, I have a video for you today, and I'm just so excited about making it, but I'm also a little nervous because I haven't filmed in forever, but we're gonna do our best. I'm gonna do our best. So this video is basically about how to keep your vibes up when stuff starts going down. You have no idea how proud I was of myself when I thought of that. You don't, but yeah. So basically, how to monitor your vibrational response to things when your external world starts crumbling. Let's talk about it and its importance. From my experience, when something goes wrong in life, anything, you know, car troubles, relationship problems, money problems, whenever anything goes wrong in life, I feel like that is the universe saying, okay, it's time for some growth. I need you to stop being where you are and decide which direction you want to move in. I feel like when things happen that are outside of our routine, the universe is sending something to shake it up. This is our life and the universe is shaking it up, right? So how we react to that situation is a great way, a wonderful way to observe our subconscious. So when something crummy happens, if we say immediately, I'm not talking about like if something bad happens and like you fight your way through it and then like months later you're upset about it or weeks later you're upset about it. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm saying if something happens and like 1 minute later your immediate response is, my life is falling apart, this, that, and the third's gonna happen, I'll never be able to get out of this, I can't see the light, why is this happening to me? Like if all of these things start coming up immediately after the situation happens, that's your subconscious. So if you're a person who says, I have a lot of faith, you know, I believe that everything is the way it should be, everything happens for a reason, blah, blah, blah. If you say that, but when something goes wrong, you slip into fear mode instantly, your subconscious has different beliefs than your ego. So if your subconscious immediately slips into this deep, dark place whenever anything goes wrong, that means that you don't have a fundamental relationship with your faith. Because like I said, I'm not talking about like, you know, being in a crappy situation for a week or 2 weeks. I'm talking about your immediate response to bad things happening, right? So on the flip side, if something really bad happens, like super bad, like you get into a car accident, your car's totaled, and like you're worried, but you're also like, can't do anything about it. And I've been alive this long and I'm still alive, so it'll work out. That's actually what I've been saying. Because the end of Mercury retrograde literally body slammed me, but it's fine. But yeah, so if your response is like, hey, this really sucks, but it'll work out. If you tend to slip into that place, that means that your subconscious is not in a place of fear and it is in a place of faith. So that is something to observe. The reason why this is important is because remember, I said the universe wanted to shake it up. The universe wanted to give you some growth. So whichever way you react determines where your vibration goes. So if your vibration's normally here and something bad happens and you say, you know, this is never going to get better, this is so horrible, I don't understand how I'll see my way out of this, that means that something probably happened before that was bad, that you downloaded, and what you downloaded was that the way the situation resolved itself, you downloaded that it came out negatively. So you have in your mind that something bad happened and it worked out badly for you. So you have a belief that when bad things happen, they will work out badly. So if you slip into fear mode, fear mindset, you're reaffirming this belief. You're reaffirming that something bad has happened and it's going to end badly. This is not going to work out for me. There's no way this is going to work out for me. So if your vibration is here, something bad happens and you say, nope, life's over, your vibration goes down. You have even less faith than you did before the situation happened, and you haven't even seen how the situation's going to work out yet. So then raise that back up. So something bad happens, you say, you know what? I don't really know what's going on. This is kind of crappy, but I'm gonna keep my head. I'm gonna just be chill. I'm gonna just see how it works out. If that is your attitude, then your vibration rises because you reaffirm that there is reason to have faith in the universe. And the ironic thing about the latter is that if you choose to have faith, that's a choice. You don't necessarily have to recall an experience where something worked out, you know? Because a lot of times we can't, especially when bad things happen and we try to stay positive. A lot of times because we're triggered by the bad thing, it's impossible to think of a positive situation. So deciding to stay positive is a choice, and that choice is what makes your vibration go up. So again, it's a choice. Do you want your vibration to go down, or do you want your vibration to go up? From here on forward, I mean, this has all been my opinion, but I understand that what I'm about to say, people are going to be like, you've never been through anything difficult in your life. And that's fine. People can feel that way, but I have been through it all. I have been through it all of it. Okay? So that being said, I have an idea of how I like to keep my vibration high, and I would like to share it with you. But if it doesn't resonate, that's completely fine. No worries. This is just how I try to keep my head above water when crap starts happening. So the first thing that I do is I let myself feel the fear. I let myself feel the fear that's in my body, that's in my subconscious. So if, let's say I get into a car accident and my car is totaled and I don't have money to get it fixed. Of course, I'm a mom, I'm a wife, like my first thought is going to be like, my husband needs this car. How are we going to provide for the family? How are we going to get groceries? Blah, 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 blah. Those are thoughts. Those are genuine thoughts that I should have if I get into a car accident, right? So what I would do is allow myself to think the thoughts. I won't proclaim them. I won't say this is going to happen, this is happening, because that's the difference. The difference is identifying what you're afraid of and then not claiming, what's the word? Deciding, I guess. Identifying what you're afraid of and then deciding it's not going to happen. Or just deciding that, your intention is for those things not to happen. So the first thing I do is allow myself to feel that fear. I allow myself to think, oh God, the car, what are we gonna do? Blah, 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 blah. That doesn't take too long. Honestly, when you feel emotions, when you let yourself feel emotions, that's when they disperse. But when you resist feeling emotions, that's when they get stronger and stronger and stronger and start to put all these thoughts in your head, because you're trying so hard to avoid the emotion, trying so hard to not let it take over, when in reality, you can just sit and think of your worst case scenarios. So after you do that, my suggestion is to decide that for every worst case scenario you can think of, there is a solution. I believe that subconsciously we decide that there aren't solutions. When something bad happens, I think that deep down, we say, this happened and that's that. So what I'm saying is, when something bad happens, tell yourself deep down, whatever the worst case scenario is, whatever the outcome of this is, there will be a solution. I don't know it right now, but there will be one. That's how I changed my belief system, because I kind of just realized that I literally am still alive. I'm still here. All this crap has happened and I'm still here, and I'm the happiest that I've ever been. So there's bound to be some type of solution. Decide that there is a solution to whatever is happening. Even if you don't know what it is yet, just decide there is one. And then when you are a little bit more emotionally removed from the situation, let your mind wander and just start to think of, what you could do. If my car was totaled and I had no money to pay for it, if it happened that day and that night I started thinking of solutions, one of my first ideas would be, look for a remote job. Look for a job that I can work from home and, be guaranteed money. Look for jobs in walking distance, maybe even start nannying and babysitting around my area. Like, looking for solutions that are obtainable to me. Don't self-sabotage and look for a solution that's not obtainable, because then you just created another problem. Look for solutions that are obtainable, that will make you feel more in control, that will make you feel more like you have more intention when it comes to how the situation is going to play out. And honestly, after I do that, then I just say, hey, I'm glad that I took the time to make myself feel better, but I don't really have to even worry about these worst case scenarios, because none of them are going to happen. A lot of times when really bad things happen, we imagine the worst thing that could be a result of this one bad thing. And then we say that's how it's going to turn out. And we just know, right? And we control our reality with our thoughts, guys. So if something happens and I choose to let myself feel that fear and then say, okay, I felt it, that was the purpose, none of that's gonna happen, and then I decide to just live my life, things usually turn out pretty great, honestly. I wanna know, I'm asking you, has there ever been a time where something really bad happened and you thought it was gonna turn into this horrible, horrible, crazy thing, and then it didn't? If that's happened to you, please let me know in the comments, because I'm genuinely curious. I know I'm not the only person, who has witnessed something horrible happening and just thinking the world was gonna end, and the next day it's like it never happened. I know I'm not the only person. So bringing it back to the initial point of the video, when things happen, how you emotionally handle the situation determines the direction of your growth. And in reality, a lot of times when these things happen, we don't know the outcome. So you have to get out of your ego and accept that you can't tell the future. I mean, maybe you can. And if you can, that's really awesome. But most of us can't. So accept that you can't tell the future. And then decide that it's gonna be all good, and let yourself be happy. Give yourself permission to still be happy even if something crappy happened. And of course, I'm not talking about like personal things like with relatives and family members and like things that are physically and emotionally painful. I'm not talking about pain. I'm talking about like life inconveniences that we can perceive to be huge, right? Okay, I think that's it. Actually, I can give you guys an example. Before we were financially secure, when I was pregnant, back when we lived in Charlotte, we were paycheck to paycheck, like less than paycheck to paycheck, like putting things on the next paycheck, And every time something happened, every time we owed more on a bill than I thought we would, or needed gas and we didn't have the money for it, every time something happened, my mind always went to eviction. That was the first place my mind went to. My mind was like, that's it. We're not going to be able to pay our rent. We're going to be evicted every single time. Every single, like, you know, sometimes things happen with your cell phone and your cell phone bill will be like $25 or $30 more, like random stuff. Anytime something that small would happen, my mind would just be like, that's it. Nah, we're not going to be in our apartment, not going to be able to pay my bills. And in hindsight, we always paid the bills. We never got evicted. And I just wish past me could see this video, because I was so stressed all the time and I was missing such cool experiences because I was sitting home being stressed. So stay conscious of how you react to external situations, because that will control your vibration, how the situation plays out, and the reality, and your timeline reality. Your reality's timeline. Your reality's timeline. There we go. So yeah, that's all I have for today. If you enjoyed this video, I can't believe it, I remember my spiel. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you'd like me to expand on anything that I talked about, let me know down below in the comments. And last but not least, please click that notification bell and make sure that you are subscribed so you can know when my next video is going to come out, because I'm so stinking excited about all this new content. You guys have been rocking with me and I appreciate it so much. I love you, and I'll talk to you soon. See you next video. Bye.